Welcome in, Patriots fans. Jerod Mayo has been fired just hours after a rare win against the rival Buffalo Bills in Week 18. Jerod Mayo has won and done himself here in New England, and it's come as definitely a bit of a shock to me, while relieving to myself and other fans as well. It is definitely shocking after hearing about the Kraft succession plan that they had in place for him, after a lot of local Boston media and those close to the Krafts feeling like he was going to get another shot here in Foxborough. But no, just really an hour after his final press conference, we get a statement from Robert Kraft saying he's been fired. I know pregame, it was reported by Adam Schefter that there were those close to him sort of feeling a little bit more on edge about his potential future in New England. And when you hear something from Shefty, it's usually to be taken at face value. And in this case, he nailed it. Jerod Mayo has been fired. Along with that, we have reports saying that Alex Van Pelt is out the door. So it looks like a bit of a cleaning of house is taking place. And boy, oh boy, this was breaking news and shocking to me, especially to not wait till Monday is kind of sending a message, I think, that the Krafts are finally taking a full measure when so many half measures have been used by these owners. And I mean, over the last few seasons, whether it's coming up short in free agency, not spending enough money in free agency, whiffing on draft picks, and this whole succession plan with Jerod, right? Having a succession plan and not going through the normal motions of at least interviewing other candidates and just thinking, okay, yeah, we're going to put this guy in place. He's going to succeed, the greatest coach of all time. I mean, I just don't think it was necessarily setting him up to succeed, especially when Jerod is a rookie head coach and replacing a titan and a unicorn that is Bill Belichick, who Bill was able to sort of staff the building as a one-man show. Jerod Mayo, a seemingly connectionless guy in the NFL, was not able to bring in valuable assistants, was not able to bring in an OC he had worked with or a DC he'd worked with previously, and being promoted from within himself is a tough thing to do after the cleaning of house we saw with Bill Belichick, because he represented such a large faculty in a one-man show, and thinking Jerod could replace that was just never really going to happen. And I do feel for Jerod for sure here, because this is a roster devoid of talent. I mean, you hit on your quarterback, but again, all season, Jerod hurt himself at the podium. Starting off in the beginning of the year, we had Drake is outplayed Jacoby, but then you're not playing him. Then we had this team is a soft team comment. And then on Monday, he's walking that back. And then we have really latest some comments from him at the podium that did not do well. He had to walk those back a lot of times coming in on WEI. He said things that just didn't do him any favors. And I think that paired with the on-field product begin to show the Krafts that he just wasn't cut out for this. As well, the lack of staff. I mean, I was a little bit shocked to see Alex Van Pelt let go the same day, and really just hours after a pretty well-called game, I thought, in Buffalo. I mean, Joe Milton was on fire. I mean, seriously, you should try to get some trade interest from that guy, or he can at least develop into your backup quarterback here going into spring and this summer. But definitely shocking here for Patriots fans. I know a lot of people are extremely upset about him losing the first overall pick. And let me just say, for those out there who are saying, oh, Jerod conspired against the Krafts and got himself fired because in his final game he lost the game on purpose after hearing he was going to be fired. Guys, come on. That's just not true. Jerod Mayo did everything in his power. Not that he was tanking, but he did everything in his power to lose this game. I know I'm upset too about not getting that first overall pick and potentially losing out on Travis Hunter. But to be honest, when you play Milton and you play a lot of practice squad players on defense and special teams, you give Javon Baker, who finally gets some playing time, the entire second half. I mean, you don't play Stevenson. May takes one series. Mike Onwenu's out for the game. You are essentially tanking that game if you're playing not only your bad starters, but your bad backups. And on the other hand, though, you have the Bills, who kind of equally tanked. I mean, they took Mitch Trubisky out of the game and replaced him with Mike White And at that point, that's when the Patriots sort of started to secure the win. But for anyone who's saying, oh, Jerod knew he was getting fired and he won this game to get a last laugh at the Krafts, it's complete BS, guys. I mean, this is a guy who wanted to win. Obviously, he's coaching to win. He's coaching for his job every week. But he was advised for sure pre-game, I'm sure, they had this conversation about, we want that first overall pick, and we have nothing to play for. Let's keep May out of the game. And he does. He obliges to exactly what the fans wanted. You saw a little bit of May. You saw a lot of Milton. Unfortunately, Milton balls out. There's good news with that, and there's bad news with that, which is that you're missing out on the first overall sweepstakes. I'm going to make another video about that, but we just have to talk about the breaking news of Jerod Mayo being fired. This opens the door, people, for an extremely, entertaining and groundbreaking and franchise-altering offseason. As I've said in previous videos, I think the New England Patriots head coaching job is the best job in football for those who are looking. So Mike Vrabel, we know, has a ton of interest in this franchise and likely is the top candidate to take over the reins. And with him, we have reports that he has a bunch of talented, very solid assistants that he can bring in to properly staff this building in order to staff the team. This has been the disconnect. The Krafts had Bill Belichick, which properly staffed the building as a one-man show. They had Brady for so many years, who properly staffed the team as a one-man show. With both of them gone, they have to return to being a normal football franchise and staff the building with a good, experienced head coach. Could be Mike Vrabel. Bring in powerful, persuasive, and experienced assistants, whether that's contributing to offensive or defensive schemes, or to player personnel decisions. Because now Elliott Wolf, boy, is his seat getting hot. Despite reports of us retaining him, I think the Patriots will totally be fluid on that. If Mike Vrabel says, I will only come in and coach if I can bring my GM or my player personnel guys in, the Krafts are not going to bat an eye and have any loyalty towards anyone in this current Patriots staff right now. So if that's the case, and that's what Mike Vrabel or Ben Johnson says, hey, I have my guys and my offensive scheme and my assistants, I can't work with Elliott Wolf. He'll be gone. So very risky hours for the likes of Elliott Wolf. Very risky hours for DeMarcus Covington. In fact, maybe by the time I'm done recording this, he will be out the door as well. That defense took a huge step back. I think that was one of Jerod Mayo's calling cards, and the way it stepped back is likely contributing to his firing as well. You know, there was the stuff at the podium, the lack of performance on offense, on defense, overall undisciplined season. I mean, I think a lot of Patriots rejoiced when they hear this news. Obviously, you hate it for Jerod Mayo. I mean, you wanted it to work. You wanted it to be him. You wanted it to be a former Patriot who has won here. But unfortunately, it's not going to be that way. He's out, and it's a bummer, but you have the opportunity to replace him with, I think this is a rare year where there are some serious talented coordinators and former head coaches in Mike Vrabel that you can headhunt. And I think it's going to be really, really beneficial for this franchise to go through an actual interview process and not do the succession thing where you just give it to a guy. It's like the election this year. Have a primary. Have a candidate that's qualified and butt heads. You know, I think Vrabel is definitely going to be the candidate that the Krafts lean towards as, you know, the connection to the franchise, obviously. But if you want to have a offensive mind and a young guy like Ben Johnson, I'm all for it because that guy can bring Drake May's ceiling even higher. And this could be the new, you know, Josh Allen and Dayball thing, or the new Patrick Mahomes and not Kelsey, but blanking on his name. Big Red. Oh my God. Wow. Andy Reid. Holy crap, that took a while. I don't know what's going on. Long day. A lot of news. We're going to be filming a few episodes today because this is a groundbreaking day for the New England Patriots. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, please do subscribe if you are trying to get, whether it's breaking news, some analysis on players. We're going to be doing a lot of offseason coverage, especially now that we're picking fourth. We have a lot to talk about in the drafts. It's not as obvious anymore as, trade down to 3, get your haul, maybe a second to go down to 3 with the Giants or the Browns and take Travis Hunter and call it a day. No, you are picking at 4 now. You're going to have new people making those decisions, or at least contributing to them, if Elliott Wolf sticks around. And you're going to have a new head coaching staff. This is going to be a must-see offseason. We're going to be covering it. So again, if you're about that Pats life and you like the player discussions, the personnel discussions, all of it, it's going down right here on the Patriots Pod. So I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. Please like, subscribe, share with any fellow Patriots fans. I'm going to hit you guys with another video tonight just talking about probably the main details that led to this decision, as well as our unfortunate fall in the draft. So I'm going to hit you guys with a little draft video later on, and thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.